Any further discussion relative to the agenda? Hearing none, the agenda is accepted as amended. Okay, let's proceed. Approval of the minutes of the February 18th regular council meeting. Have all of you had the opportunity to look at it?
I have. Are we doing work session and that, or just?
What we do is we handle the regular session for 2/18/16.
I'll motion that we accept the minutes of.
Councilman Johnson made the motion that we accept the minutes as recorded. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion seconded by Mr. Griffin. Any further discussion relative to the minutes requested? Do you need additional time? Requesting no additional time, I call for the vote. All in favor of approving the minutes of 2/18/16, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, they're accepted as recorded. Work session of March 10th minutes. Have you had a chance to look at those? I entertain a motion that we accept these minutes.
I'll motion we accept the minutes.
Councilman Johnson makes a motion that we approve the minutes as recorded. John Bloodworth seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, the minutes have been approved. Okay, the first item we have is we're down to item number 4, the IT in a box presentation. Let's see, Eric, are you handling this?
I can.
Okay.
This is David Mims from IT in a Box, and Mr. David, if you would, please approach the microphone over there, and he's going to explain to us about what we talked about last week again, the work session, which will include a website for the city of Haverhurst. You have in front of you a package and everything from Sufficity. And like I said, Dave, if you'll go ahead, thank you for coming.
You're very welcome. If you look on the left side and grab this, I'm going to show right here, this brochure page. The brochure page details what's included in IT in a Box. And that's a separate page. It includes all the products, the services, and all that's included within IT in a Box. I know that your focus is with a new city website. So let's focus in on that top left corner first. The part that I want to stress is that with GMA's IT in a Box, there's no upfront fees or a website design. It's just included. And when we look at the new website, you're going to have a custom website design. That means it's not going to...
Can I interrupt you just a second? I'm sorry. I gave you the wrong thing. I don't have an extra. Please with the newspaper and she can,
And he's going to
Thank you.
sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
I was wondering if I had a blonde moment.
Just to take a step back, the part that I want to stress is that this is GMA's technology service offering for cities. It's tailored for cities, it's unique for cities. And it provides the basic IT services that from our smallest to our largest cities need as a foundation. With the program, the part that council's always interested in is the website. Because when we look at our cities today, if someone's interested in doing business with your city, visiting your city, where are they going to look first? It's going to be the website. And if the website doesn't reflect your community well, what are they going to do?
Then I'll look elsewhere.
They're going to move on. So the part that I want to stress is that when you look at with IT in a Box, how you're going to be able to communicate to the world, to the communities around you, to the businesses, to the people, the first place that's going to reflect your community is going to be that website. And this is the part that I want to stress. The website, it's not pick this template and change these colors. You're going to work directly with my designers, and you're going to come up with a look and feel that best represents your community. And they're going to look for you to drive that. So if there's certain, I think of my hometown. I grew up in Camilla, Georgia, Pelham, Georgia. We've got the Wildlife Festival in Pelham. We've got Nat Days of all things in Camilla. But there's a tennis event around it. There's just, it's a big gathering. So one of the things I would recommend, if you have a town event, if you have some activity like that, showcase it on the website. I mean, I always come to mind that in the community, if you've got your mobile devices, you've got everything. This is a great device to be taking pictures. Imagine the local high school team trying to dunk the mayor in the dunking booth. And you're getting pictures of that as they're trying to get him. And you're getting it into my staff. My staff will be posting it onto the website for you. So with the website, we're going to do a custom website design. We're going to host it. We're going to manage the content for you. You're not going to have to learn how to manage a website. You're going to get that content into my staff, and they're going to be posting that content on the website for you. Do not ask my staff to write a mayor's message or develop the content for you. You're going to develop the content, but if you get it to it, we post it onto the website for you. That's one small piece of the package. Now, with the package, it's the smallest package is what you're signing up for because you want to focus on that website piece. But the part that I want to stress is that you also have the capabilities of everything else that you see within here. Every city hall, the nexus point is the city clerk. When we think about keeping the records, managing the records, what you're also going to get in the package is a document management system. That's going to allow the city clerk to begin managing city records electronically. As soon as you begin to scan documents, you've mitigated risk of fire, flooding, and tornado. You're going to be able to have data backup and offsite data backup storage unlimited for up to 2 machines for the 2 users that are being managed. So there's additional things that you're getting as well that I can dive into and go over if you'd like to go over as well, but I know that you're interested in the website predominantly. So,
Councilman, any particular area you want to ask him about?
I have several questions.
sure.
On this, you said something about unlimited backup for the 2 users. What, there'll be 2 people that can,
So the way that the package is done, when GMA originally launched this program, we had 2 tenets. 2 tenets. One is it had to be comprehensive as far as a technology offering, tailored for our cities that would scale from our smallest to our largest.
okay.
And number 2 is it had to be affordable from our smallest to our largest. So we have cities 300 in population, all the way more than 40,000 in population on the program.
Who's your employer?
I'm CEO of Simplicity.
Of Simplicity.
Simplicity.
And are you under contract with GMA?
We've been working with GMA for better than 16 years,
What type of,
providing technology services.
all right, are you under some type of contract with them?
This is their program and we deliver it. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And to answer your question, the way that we price this is based upon the number of users that we're supporting. So imagine a small city the size of 300. They can't afford a website. They can't afford data backup. They can't afford 24/7 support. But they've got a city clerk managing city records. They're getting everything on here in a 2-user package. Larger cities where we're supporting many more users, their price is different.
Tentatively,
Here's my-
and I know it depends upon the package that we come
let me get
together
my
with. What
question
is the
out of
price
the way.
per month?
Let me get
I'm
my
sorry.
question out of the way. My question is, does that mean 2 people will send you updates, et cetera? I'm
Very good
lost
question.
here.
Very good question. So when we deliver this to the city, there's going to be potentially 2 people that you identify as users of the program.
That was my question.
Now, with that said, if you choose not to roll out any other part of the program, that's okay. We'll just handle the website for you. And typically at City Hall, it's most every time, it's either the city clerk who's our point of contact, or a city manager, or the mayor. And then at PD, it'll be, person went out, but yeah.
So that answers the question. Then we'll funnel, if, for instance, say, the clerk is gonna be we funnel everything through her, so that some yahoo out there can't update. I got you.
Yeah, and very good point, because when it comes through the point of contact, we know that it's been approved by the city and we can post it. That's one of the things that we take very seriously, is that they have to be a registered user with the proper authority. Otherwise, we go to our point of contact to get it approved.
What is roughly the cost per month of this?
$472.
And no upfront cost to build it and get it set up.
Right, so when you look at the program, there's no upfront project fees to do the design work. There are cities seeing $10,000, $15,000, $18,000. I know of one that was $30,000 to pay for a website design. That's a lot of money. When you look at the program, we don't charge for projects to do the design. The only thing we charge back is expenses. So if there's expenses related to it, which you will know about when you approve first. Expenses for onboarding is really not.
If the council approves this, when would it be up and operational?
Very good question. So what we do is that once we have signed paperwork, Our goal is to start onboarding within 4 weeks. I want to stress that with a website, the longest part is just getting through the design. And that's because it's creative. If there's no struggle in getting through design, we can have you a new website up in 30 to 60 days. I'll give you an example. The city of Sparta, Georgia, they were working toward a grant. We got a call and they said that as part of the grant, we've got to have a website. And we said, great, we can get it set up for you. They said, we need it 7 days from now. So here's what we did. We stood up for them a very conservative website within 7 days so that they could go for the grant. They did not do it. They did not go through a design process. We stood up the website within 7 days. You got all the content on it. They got the grant, and then we're going to loop back around later and take them through a design process. We could do that.
Okay, so
here.
you're saying that if everything went real well, by the time we meet next month, it should be operational?
If the ones can come to an agreement that are working through the design, yeah, it could get up fairly quickly. I would rather say 60 days,
Okay.
but that's just because when you're looking at creative work, it's hard to get people to agree sometimes.
We've got a right long agenda, and I don't want to cut any discussion short, but gentlemen, do y'all have the information you need?
No.
You don't, okay?
Eric, well, first off, let me ask you this, Mr. Mills. What is included besides the new website?
Very good question.
You said data backup and offsite stores. Is
So
that included in?
So if we work our way down, let's look at the left column and work our way down. We've already covered the website design and hosting, and content management. The next piece, in a 2-user package, we would provide data backup and unlimited offsite data backup storage for 2 workstations in that 2-user package. Second thing is further below, we provide for 2 users document management. With that document management, we're going to apply the record retention policy that the city has adopted. If it's the states, we apply it. If it's unique, we'll apply it. It's been my experience that most city clerks, either annually, semi-annually, or quarterly, do not have time to go through and prune the records. What that means is records that have expired, that's a liability for the city. If you're still managing it and you get an open records request, that means you have to produce it. But if it's expired and you don't have it, you've gone through a proper destruction process, you can say it's gone. So we apply the record retention policy so that we can begin to manage the documents within the system. Email, we also provide email for those 2 users. With email, each user gets 50 gig of storage. We also provide Microsoft Office for the desktops for those 2 users. The email can be accessed from any devices, their mobile devices, their desktops, their laptops, tablets. And as a part of it, we can do archiving, and we can also perform legal holds if you get an open records request. Do you get a lot of open records requests here?
Some, yes. Now, let me ask you this. You don't go back into the archives and retrieve any old data. You start from present and go forward.
Very good.
So,
What we do is, we don't do the imaging piece, we don't do the scanning for you.
but is it situated such that if we had some time, we could go back 1 year or 2 years?
Absolutely.
And we could do that in-house?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, when we begin to manage the document, well, first of all, with the email. With the email too, we're going to have the email address mirror what your website is. So if your website is cityofhazelhurstga.gov, your email address is going to be similar. It'll be like mayor@cityofhazelhurstga.gov. When we begin to manage the documents in the email, when you get an open record request, we can help you process it. We process a lot of open record requests. Again, when you do get open record requests, city clerk's role at City Hall typically stops to get it processed and processed quickly. We will help process what you have within the email system and document management system, while the clerk runs down anything that's paper-based, and we return that information to the clerk so that she can work with the attorney to determine what disseminated out past that point.
Again, in this time, Tommy, are you pretty well set?
No, he hadn't finished answering.
What were you?
I asked him what all was included.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
So
thought you'd already gone through vendor
He hadn't
management.
gone through- he hadn't gone down to vendor management. Is that included in it?
Yes, sir. So when email, document management, health processing, open records request, no, the vendor management, I want to stress for a moment. When you look at the vendor management, we do not upsell or resell hardware. What that means is when you need a new PC, please contact us instead of trying to go to the local store or working with a different vendor. If you contact us, we're going to work with leveraging the state contract so that you pay cheapest price possible. We're going to go get the quotes for you. We already know what the person is running on their machines. We know the role that they have, and we can make certain you get the equipment that you need. And when we can get it cheaper than the state contract, we do. What that allows you to do is pay the cheapest price possible, no middleman involved, getting the equipment that you need. Number two with vendor management, what we've also seen is that staff, when they're working in a system and they're having an issue with it technically, they'll get on the phone with a software vendor and lose hours and days. They're trying to say this, software vendor's saying that, and they're not communicating, and they're just getting frustrated. You won't call them, you'll call us. We've either already seen the issue at one of our other cities and can just fix it, or number two, we're going to tell you go work on something else while we run it down with the vendor and resolve it. And then once it's resolved, we call you back, get you back into that system, but you're not losing days and hours. If you look down on the left side, it starts from the bottom up on the left side. We also provide protection against cyber attack and cyber risk with the machines that we're managing. That means antivirus is installed, patch management is done. We're keeping the machines updated. Our field team is GCIC certified for working with PD. And our help desk is 24/7. It is my goal that when a person has an issue and they pick up the phone to call us, they're working with an engineer within minutes. If it's urgent enough that you pick up the phone to call, you don't want to speak to a call taker, you do not want to get a call back, you want help now, right? So with the email, we work to have you working with an engineer with a phone call. If it's email, we treat it as a lower priority. It's in the queue, and we contact you back to begin working through it. What we've learned is that sometimes people don't like to call or email, and when we identify that at a site, we begin to call those users. We want to encourage the users to report issues so that we can get them resolved.
One other question, I'll shut up. If we decide, we already have an email system set up, if we opt out of the email, will that reduce our costs?
No.
No, okay. That's all.
Is that it?
That's
okay. If you said initially that the 400 and how much per month is the?
472.
Okay, and the package comes there, and only our ability to get into each of these areas is restricted on whether or not we use these different things that Tom has been asking about. So this package is available for that price. Let's say you were in Waycross and they didn't have a website, and you would present for Waycross for $472, but would they pay the same price that Hazelhurst does?
Right. If they only want the web, see, that's the part that I want to stress though too. When Mr. Eric reached out to me, his concern was, we need a website.
Okay.
And that's one of the biggest benefits that you're getting with IT in a Box. You're going to get a new custom designed website with no upfront fees, even if you don't use the rest of it.
Good. What about Macon? What do they pay?
If they get a 2-user package, they will pay $472 a month.
You sort of answered my question. You provide all of this, and our ability to understand and take advantage of it is the only limiting factor that's involved in it.
And if you choose to grow into a larger package, you can change it month to month.
Yeah. Gentlemen, anything else?
How many other cities use y'all in this area?
So in Georgia, it's better than 30 cities.
No, I mean, locally.
It's better than 30 cities in Georgia.
30 cities. And they through GMA.
Yes. And it's all across the state.
How old is this program?
It's 3 years or less.
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah. Anything else, gentlemen? Are we ready to, anybody want to make a motion relative to this issue?
I'll make a motion that we take and go into contract with Sufficity for the amount of $472 a month. And this is with the smallest IT in a Box package that we have here. So we can, like I said, this is all that's offered on here, so we can at least get our website started and up and running. And I put that in the form of a motion.
Eric, I'm trying to learn too. You're saying for the smallest package, I think that's a little bit difficult. Everybody gets the same package. It's just a matter of whether or not we are able to take advantage of it. There's not a difference in the packages there.
He has different packages to offer. This is the smallest package that's sufficient.
I'm talking on this package.
I want to add clarity to
Yeah,
that.
clarify it now because I,
Very good. So if you look on this, I'm sorry, I need to stay here, don't I?
yeah,
Sorry. If you look on this page right here,
right.
everything that you see on this page is offered to every city under the package. The only difference is the number of users that we're supporting at that city. And it scales largely to population as to how large that city staff is. In your instance, you're not really looking at it to get the comprehensive coverage for your city staff. You're really working to solve one specific problem, which is the website. And the benefit that you're getting is you're getting a package for the website piece at the smallest unit. So if you really were to roll this out for your city, it would be much more than $472 a month because of the number of users that are going to be supported. Does that make sense?
So the only thing that would increase the price is increasing the users.
Yes, sir.
Well, look, most likely we're gonna stay confined to that number for a while, wouldn't y'all think?
I would think so. I mean, because we would have Bernice and whoever else we designate here within City Hall to take and do uploads and everything. And it would all go through them and they would coordinate with things to make sure that we have what we need when they start on the design part of it. And the design part's not just gonna come from those two people, it's gonna come from.
Okay, you've helped me there, Eric, and thank you that I didn't understand it. So now, we are, Eric's motion is correct in that we're subscribing to the smallest package, the 2 users. Is there a second to Eric's motion?
Second.
With the second to the motion, now we can continue the discussion, if any.
If we decide, how long is the contract for?
It's month to month. There's no long-term contract
So we can get out.
at any time.
Okay,
30-day notice, right?
that's good.
One of the things that we believe is that a contract shouldn't hold no one hostage. It should be, we're doing a great job and you're happy with the service and you want to work with us.
That's right.
Well, it's encouraging to me that the Georgia Municipal Association's name is on the thing and knowing what all they do and the services they provide. That sort of, I'll rest easy with that. Anything else? Okay, we've got a motion on the floor and a second. Hearing no further discussion, I call for the vote. And if you would, in this particular case, everybody that's in favor, raise your right hand.
You have to say.
I've got that, I'll handle that. I understand that all 4 councilmen, including the mayor, has voted in the affirmative. There's no negative votes. We're in business with you, partner. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve.
David, appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Looking forward to the results. We'll try to have it in 30 days.
It's,
Okay, we can't spend 20 minutes on everything or we'll be here all night. All right. Okay, I entertain a motion relative to the engineer for the Community Development Block Grant Project.
I make a motion that we employ Hofstadter and Associates for the CDBG project.
Got a motion that we retain Carl Hofstadter and Associates as the engineer. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Seconded by 2 or 3. Johnson and Griffin. Any discussion relative to this matter? Hearing none, call for the vote. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing no opposition, the motion is carried. It was relative to the administrator for the Community Development Block Grant Project. That's Alja, Sarah Davis, and Alma. Do I entertain a motion?
I make a motion we employ associates and local government assistants in Alabama for the CDBG Ward 1 project.
Thank you for that detailed and fine motion, Mr. Purser. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion second by Mr. Bloodworth, is that correct?
Correct.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried. All right, I guess the next one, this railroad pipe, gentlemen, you know, I'm quite interested in this, knowing that, the flooding of the, post office is not as bad as it once was. We have relieved it some, but the very limiting factor is gonna happen again. If we have a heavy rain, you're gonna have that detention pond from the post office full of water, and, you're gonna have a problem again. I don't know, it's not a budgeted item, I understand, and it's hitting you cold. We do have affirmation from the appropriate people with the railroad saying that if you want done, if it's the council's wishes to take care of that problem, and if we can handle it and afford it now, he says we can accomplish this in 90 days and put it under there. I have been told all sorts of figures about what it will cost. I've talked to a pipe contractor who's very knowledgeable of this type of work, who does a lot of this. And when I told him that I thought the estimate was maybe as high as $75,000 more, he laughed at me. He said, if you pay that, you're crazy. So at any rate, I don't know exactly what it costs. But at any rate, it's an open item now, and what I want to know is the wishes of the council.
Did you at our workshop, you say you had talked to Carl?
Well, Carl's already designed the bowl for it. You know, we had that, we paid for that a long time ago. And if it's out of date, it'll have to be updated.
And I think Carl's, as I recall, Carl's design included moving the water parallel to Railroad Street until it got to the railroad, that spur that goes to Beasley. And then he was gonna dump it in the, I'm not sure if it was piped all the way, but it included pipe a portion of the way. Because I asked him, I said, wouldn't it be cheaper to, I mean, does that mean that it's gonna cost that much just to dig out the ditch? And he said, oh, I'm talking
No,
about pipe it.
I'm not sure, Tommy. Here again, question. I'm not sure, but I think that's a little bit in error. I think the bore is from the post office retention pond across the street there, under the railroad track, to the parallel to the railroad street, and then because of all those pipes going under the health department, under the DFAC's Department of Family and Children Services, and going that way, the plan is designed to go along the railroad track and then back into the system, and all that you're talking about there is to divert that water that's going under those buildings. It's a similar problem like we've got down at Dick's Wings and all. Every bit of that water, that retention pond, goes under health department and under DFACs.
Well, it was exactly what I was saying.
Okay.
So there's no error. He was gonna pipe it, put it in pipes, is what he told me. And do you remember it that way?
Honestly, I don't know, y'all.
Eric, were you?
I wasn't here when it was taken and brought up last time, and this is the first. We talked about it some last week, and I was under the understanding that the mayor had talked with the railroad engineer and Carl, and that they were coming up with something that we could do.
That's right.
That was my understanding. I wasn't here, but for the previous administration when all that was going on, so I don't know. I don't know what Carl and them had designed at that time. I have no clue.
I just like
you said, there were plans, but they would have to be reapproved. Is that what you said?
That'll be updated.
Updated, reapproved, whatever. But I said, I don't know what they were. I haven't seen them, and I don't know. I mean,
Well, there's a lot got to be done. We've got to coordinate. The people of the railroad is usually a very taxing problem. I think we've simplified some. Do you want to move with it now? Do you want?
I'd like to authorize Carl to take another look at it and let us know.
updated.
Yeah, can we go ahead and start
Let's see
looking
what it's
at
gonna
it?
cost and everything.
Yeah.
I don't want to flood Railroad Street, because I'm not an engineer, But if we can get Carl to look at it, I'm fine.
Well, I've already talked to Carl about it, and he's talked to Chad, and he said he'll get Chad to pull up the old,
Great.
what you're talking about.
Right, you got it.
Chad will pull up that, and then we'll update it and go from there, and then by that time, we'll have some
Right.
figures on what it costs.
That's it.
So then, okay, then I entertain a motion that we get Carl to proceed with the engineering data relative to this project.
So
Tommy Person made the motion that we do so. Commissioner Griffin is seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I'll contact Carl in the morning. All right, Dick's Wings, drainage. If you will, Bernie's hand them out that, these ones. Tom, you and go ahead and share this one. And Eric, you and John share this one. And you and I will share this one. If you look at this plat, everybody's got the north arrow up forward. You'll see up by North Williams Street, an easement that comes down by the Yellow Jacket Car Wash. Does everybody see Yellow Jacket Car Wash? You see a couple little circles out there by the Yellow Jacket Car Wash? That's where all the drainage, that's the catch basins for the drainage for the car wash. And if you'll notice, this is a 20-foot easement. And I've specified that there's a 36-inch culvert going under North William Street. You see the line across North William Street? All right, it says elevation there, okay. All right, it comes down and makes the turn and gets to the point that it gets to easement 2. Easement 2 is on the Deeks Wings portion there. Do you see that? If you look at easement 2, it's a triangular piece. You spot it? Just right adjacent to easement 2 is easement 3. It's on the Hughes property. See that? All right, then from there, the easement goes through that DOT hole out there, big hole, and that's two 36-inch culverts, load-bearing concrete that goes all the way to US 341. Behind the old, I'm calling it a, what did I call it? Undermined building, but y'all looked at it, you know, it's corroded all under it. It's an open ditch from there back to the old ditch. And I picked up the elevation. Everything drains good. It's, over on North William Street, you're 2 foot higher, you are at US 341. Over here, you're 6 feet higher. The drainage catch basins in Yellow Jacket Car Wash is a foot 89, foot 7. In other words, it all it's everything existed. Now, I met with DOT, and they will provide the concrete pipe that you see going through the hole. Everybody, am I leaving anybody now?
Yeah. The concrete pipe through what hole?
The hole in the monster cave over there.
Over there, this number 3?
It's easement number 4. Going to 341.
Okay, okay.
No,
Yeah,
no,
open
no,
ditch.
yeah, no, that's open ditch right there. Yeah, there's two, you see, there's two pipes in there. All right, DOT has already, the division engineer has already met with me and sent somebody up here this morning, said they'll provide the pipe, the two 36-inch pipes. They'll provide all the gravel to solidify the bottom of the hole out there, and then provide all the dirt to fill it. That's a pretty good hump, but there's a lot left to be done as well. This is the type of thing that we may want to get the plans complete and farm it out. We've got an excavator and with DOT, it's going to be difficult for them, they said, and to work with their trucks and personnel with another contractor. They'd rather work with us, but then I don't know whether you want the city to handle this project or whether you want to find out what you want to do. But at any rate, there's an easement, and one part of it is an open ditch, the rest of it is underground pipe, and there's a plan. Now this is not ready for filing, it's the wrong scale. It's just something that I can throw in my computer and start working with so that you can look at it. This is just to brief you. It will be a lot different when you see the final thing, but that's sort of what I think you need to do. Did you hand that? Yeah, you got it. And all I did was take this plat that you see here, Robert Wiggins, this plat, I put it in my computer, and then everything on here is the same as on this right here, except the easement. I detailed it.
I have a question from the legal standpoint. Are these easements in writing somewhere?
Oh, no, I think the only place you see them is right in front of there.
You're saying these are proposed easements?
That's correct.
These easements the city will have to get?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll have, as I said down here, easement 1 would be the Stanley Sellers property, easement 2, the Robert Wiggins, 3, Robert Ruby Hughes, and 4, Robert Wiggins. It require 4 easements.
I haven't been over there in a while, but I thought that there was a pipe that ran under the undermined building, and that was what caused the problem. But this doesn't show it on here.
No, it comes, right. You're right,
It was right in here somewhere.
you're exactly right.
And it doesn't.
It comes in on the very end.
It comes
of the
in
building.
right in here, and this ditch is coming right through here. This ditch will connect, this water that's going under this building, undermine this, will now come out through an open ditch to right there.
Oh, this is your proposed.
Right.
Okay, all right, I got you now.
There's
I
no
got you
easements
now.
at all there now, Tom.
I got you
There's
now.
no easements at
I
all.
understand.
And see, there's no easement, let me show you something else while I'm here. See, this thing here comes over, it's been messed up over here by Yellow Jacket, it's caving in here, it comes here, it goes under this building and pours out in here too, so there's pipe under this building, pipe under this building.
Okay, I understand now.
And
So
there's
these
pipe,
are
and there's a
proposed
pipe.
easements,
Yeah.
okay, I got you.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. And now go ahead, Ken.
No, that's just my question,
Oh, this,
these are easements we have to get.
I got the date on this yesterday. I took my instruments, went out and shut everything from here. This up, and last night I drew this up so that you could look at it today. Okay, let's go. What you wanna do?
The drainage problem needs to be fixed. I have no doubt in my mind, because over at the Yellow Jacket Car Wash, it's undermined where it comes across North Williams. It's undermined there. And with the pipe that's running underneath Wiggins' building, it's a tin corrugated pipe, just like the one that has undermined the building over here, the same way. So there's no doubt in my mind that it needs to be fixed. Okay, I don't see that as an issue at all, it being fixed. And I wish Jeff was here, but I know we have the equipment and whatever else, and if we had the easements in place, we could do it, and it wouldn't be an overnight project once we got started, you know what I'm saying? It would be lengthy, but I mean, we could get it done.
But didn't I hear somebody say that this was DOT's problem? It ain't.
No,
There's
I'm
one
not
little
trying to
segment.
understand
the
it.
one segment.
See that one little box, Tommy, put your finger on it, right up, you're right, no chair.
This is
No,
there.
No.
Here to here, that's their own problem. Yeah, right, that's their problem, like they're.
The only thing DOT has to do with is right here. DOT has got an easement right out here where that big hole is.
I know what it was.
Okay, that's all DOT's got right there. All this, none of this, they've got nothing out here.
So this is, you're telling me this is the city? That's not what you told me. Steve,
So it's private property, we're gonna have to get easements
That's,
from private property
that's
owners.
not what I'm asking you. Right there where the building is being undermined. I thought you were talking to.
DOT said,
They
it-
said it was their property.
DOT said they thought that was their,
They thought.
they thought they were gonna get the drawings from Atlanta.
This is what they've got right here, Tommy, right there. Right here, right there.
That's that pipe going under.
Y'all understand that now, what DOT's got?
yes,
Okay,
I'd like to make a motion
okay.
to proceed with getting the easements. And then, once the easements are granted, to correct the issue.
Okay, but a motion that we secure the easements, now this is not, this is not ready for that now, I don't have it ready for, Ken, how about briefing us on what you've done relative to this?
Well, all I did was just look through the owner of Yellow Jacket Car Wash, and see who the lien holders were. I haven't done anything over here. And I knew we were gonna have to have a survey at some point, but I didn't know how quick y'all were gonna move on Yellow Jacket Car Wash. And I had an omnibus easement, if they would sign it, just giving us power to go on there, but certainly that's gonna have, if we do that, we got to have the survey easement too. And of course, with this, we're gonna have to have a survey on the Plat Act that qualifies to be recorded, and then we're gonna have to run a title of this to see who the lien holders are, to get, they want to sign off on easement too. We're gonna make sure everybody's interested in the property signs off.
You mean in each case, if there's a lien holder, if the Wiggins have got one, they've got to sign off on the easement as well?
Exactly, for instance, There's a car wash up there, it's, actually owned by LLC, and there's two lien holders, that we're gonna have to deal with for that. One of them's BB&T, that may take a little while. One's a local person, appears to be, and that shouldn't be a problem. I mean, most times the lien holders don't have a problem, it's just a matter of jumping through it.
If they got a lien against that property, I may appreciate getting it done. Okay, we got a motion now. Was there a second to that motion?
What kind of costs are you talking about? Will they just grant it?
Usually they will, but you know, somebody may say, well, I want to be paid. I mean, usually the way we approach it, say, look, we want to improve the value of your property
Okay.
with the drainage.
I got you.
But you never know what you're going to run into. I've seen, probably, yeah, I wouldn't think Bob would want to be paid for it, because I said, I wouldn't think Yellow Jacket would, probably just Ruby would, so.
Well, it'll improve her backyard. She's got a
Yeah, right.
pond back there now. See, once that pipe goes in, that swamp is gone.
Mhm. So, answer your question.
I understand.
Okay.
Got a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
I'll second Mr. Bloodmore's motion that we proceed with getting the easements. Once they're acquired, we take and get the work projected out, to be done. I mean, and like I said, we can get with Jeff in the meantime while we're doing this too. Make sure we got everything in place.
Okay, got a motion and a second on the floor. Any further discussion relative to the, and what I did now, I took item, what are those two items? I've taken item 8 and item 9, Dick's Wings drainage problem and the Yellow Jacket drainage problem. I combined those two in the easements here for both of them, or the proposed easement. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
You opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried.
I will begin immediately on the title work to see who all got to sign off, and then once y'all give me a plat, I can draw the easement and get approaching.
Okay, let's go to, Crush and Run for Weatherly Park. I believe, Mr. Griffin, that's your project?
Yeah, we, taken, voted for Jeff to go ahead and board the crush, or at the work session and everything. And, so we need to take and go ahead and approve for the crush and run for Weatherly Park. And I make the motion that we, take and approve the 6 loads of crush and run for Weatherly Park.
Got a motion that we approve 6 loads of Crush and Run for Weatherly Park. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Johnson. Any further discussion relative to this project? Hearing none, call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Chief Wasden, training facility?
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant to take and tell you, this is for your information. The dollar amount for the crusher run was $3,000, and it was paid out, it will be paid out as SPLOST funding. Okay, I'm sorry about that. My bad.
Last week when we discussed the moving forward with the training facility and start with that, which is going to take some time, but we're going to go in stages. I obtained 2 bids for concrete slabs, and we're doing 2 concrete slabs that will be 12 by 42, 6 inches thick with fiber rim that will support the house and the storage containers. The first bid I got was from Benjamin Concrete Finishing. It was for $3,900. And then I got one from S&S Buildings and Fabrication, and their price was $57.50 for these pads. These will actually be the first step. We've got to clean the area up, and Jeff and I have been talking about that to do that. We'll move forward with that, and the county will help us with that as well. Keep in mind that I put money in both fire department budgets for this project. Around $7,500 in each budget was for this. We may not use all that, but this is just, we're moving forward with it. We're looking at, basically the low price is $3,900, which will be split 50-50 with the county.
Okay, gentlemen, you heard Chief Wasden. Do I entertain a motion relative to taking care of this project up to pouring the slab?
I'll make a motion, we approve Benjamin
Concrete finishing.
Benjamin Concrete Finishing to pour the slab for the training facility.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Johnson. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Hearing none, the motion's carried. All right,
Thank you.
who's handling the parade, Chief Land?
We've got training.
Did I skip one? Oh, you're not through, are you? I was trying to get in a hurry here. I'm sorry, forgive me.
I have two conferences next month. One is the Georgia Association of Fire Chiefs Conference, which I'm on the board of directors, so the cost for the city is nothing other than meals for that. It'll be April the 9th through the 13th. Then I have an EMAG conference also in April, on the 19th to the 20th, and there'll be no cost to the city for that. That'll be handled through the EMA in the county. I'm just asking permission to go to these two conferences.
I make a motion, we approve Chief Watson going to the training.
Motion is made to approve the 2 training sessions for Chief Wasden. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Johnson. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I call for the vote. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carried. Chief, you got it done. I'm sorry, I'm short changing there.
That's okay.
Chief Land, you have a parade.
The Good Shepherd,
And by the way, your tie is real sharp. St. Patrick's Day.
the Good Shepherd Catholic Church has an annual parade, it's usually on Good Friday. They requested again, the council approved the parade permit, which y'all should have before you. It's going to be on Friday afternoon on Good Friday. No problem with us. They've outlined the route they'd like to use, and I just asked the council approval.
Entertain a motion.
I'll motion that the parade be permitted.
Councilwoman Johnson's made the motion. We approve the Catholic Good Shepherd Church Parade. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Purser. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried. All right, water and sewer adjustments. If everybody looked at them, I entertain a motion to approve the adjustment.
I make a motion.
Councilman Griffin's made a motion that we approve the water and sewer adjustments. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Johnson. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried. All right, the additions and add-ons of the water department, you've seen the report. Is there any discussion relative to that? Entertain a motion.
I'll motion that to be approved.
Okay, that's the water and sewer report. Okay, got a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Purser. Any further discussion? I call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, that motion's carried. What about the check register? Have you looked it over? Has everybody had a chance to look at it? I entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we approve the check.
Councilman Purser made the motion that we accept the check register as presented to us. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Bloodworth. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion's carried. Check register. All right, now, this golf course issue needs to be handled in closed session. Will y'all let me move, I made a mistake, will y'all let me move the airport meeting thing ahead of the golf course issue?
Sure.
Everybody approve that? Okay, Cody, why don't you come up to the mic, buddy, and sort of give a report of what went on at the airport authority yesterday. I thought we had a good meeting out there. I was sort of impressed.
There were several things discussed as far as some projects that needed to be done out at the airport. The number one thing that the airport authority wanted the council to approve was a fence maintenance road. Had a estimate on that for $10,175 from Deeds Excavating. There was another one as a shelter over the fuel farm. It would be a shelter that covered the fuel farm and had a 10-foot awning that would actually cover the credit card machine. That would help so the sun won't damage that. We won't be replacing a lot of parts on that. The shelter is $87.90. That's $8,790. There's actually another thing too that we're working on, getting some trees cut That will be $6,175. That total is $25,140. What I was planning on doing is maybe going month to month on these 3 projects. And start as soon as possible on the maintenance road, therefore we can go ahead and start maintaining that fence. And then next month move to the shelter, then next month maybe get the trees cut. What I'm asking for tonight is just to approve that $10,175 for the maintenance road.
Okay,
And that will be paid out of SPOS money.
all right. Do I entertain a motion relative to Cody's and the airport authority's request?
I make a motion to approve
Perimeter road?
the access, the maintenance access road.
All right. Good. Do I hear a second to that?
Did you just get one bid, or how did y'all handle that?
I tried to
I mean, I'm
get
a-
several
I'm a-
bids,
Okay,
and that was the only one that showed.
okay.
That was brought up, Tommy, in the meeting, and the DOT man told us just how to handle that, to make sure that our records are in good shape, so that has been covered. Okay, motion's on the floor and seconded to move with the access road to our fence. That sure is a nice fence, and I've ridden it in the last 2 or 3 days. And there are some places that if we don't get to it and start looking at it, we're gonna lose a tremendous investment there. So I think y'all make it a wise move and improve this. Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, I call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Cody, you can proceed.
Thank you.
Now, Cody, we had already approved your sprayer, right?
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I've got a
With the road,
sprayer.
you can start spraying.
Yes.
All right, I think we're down to, y'all, since y'all let me change an item again, anybody want to make any changes in the sequence of events? I think that am I correct, and y'all help me now, with the personnel issue that we're doing, this is a executive session item, isn't it?
Make a motion for executive session.
Well, wait,
Let's
let's
get
get,
citizens' comments and.
okay, well, that's what I asked for, yeah, we'll get that and we'll do that last.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what
okay, I think that's a good move. Where are we now? Citizen comments, and we'll come back to that and go to executive session. That is an executive session item, isn't it?
Yes.
I agree.
All right, okay. Citizen comments. Hey, folks, y'all are on.
Mayor, I have one thing, just real quick, if you mind.
Sure. Come up here if you will.
Yeah, you got your use right here. What's that right there? 2 quick things, just information purpose only. We've been working on a project at the fire station, and you've been by, we just about halfway, about most completed it. We've been wanting to build a shelter out front of the station to put our oldest fire truck under. That is not the oldest fire truck. The oldest fire truck is still in this county. Barney O'Quinn has it, and I've been trying my best to talk him out of it. Just won't let me have it.
Good luck.
It's a 41 model, this is a 51 model, so we're displaying the 51 model. We still have to, we're gonna come back and take up the grass and put some sod down. That has been no cost to the city taxpayers, we've done it ourselves. Also, second item, week after next, 6 of my guys are going to New York to the 9/11 memorial. And they're gonna be gone for about 5 days. They funded this themselves, it's not something that we've had to fund. Just wanted to let you know, so if you're watching Fox News one morning, they're sitting there waving the things that, hey, Hazelhurst, you'll know who they are. But they'll be gone for about 5 days, but there's 6 of them going to the 9/11 memorial, and a couple other things while they're there, and they've got some connections with the fire department in New York. They're gonna pick them up from the airport and move them around and feed them some, so it's gonna be.
Do we need to take any action on that?
No, sir.
Just informative. Thank you very much, Chief. All right, citizen, any other citizen? There's your time.
I'm not a citizen, but I'm gonna go ahead and insert a few items right here. To let the council know, as well as department heads out there, April the 21st, from 9:30 to 12 o'clock, there will be a quarterly utility meeting, which is a Thursday, in Jessup for the DOT. We received a letter from Mr. Dallery Rozier, who is the district utilities engineer. He said the meeting is open. If you want to go, it's there. If anyone would like to present a brief program at one of their future meetings, please let me know and I will get the information to him. If you would like a copy of this for your department, please let me know. I'll make a copy and give it to you. Mayor Stone is planning on attending that. If someone would like to go with him, and just let me know, that way I can let Mr. Rozier know. April the
21st
21st,
will be our next regular meeting day.
from 9:30 to 12 o'clock, and it's gonna be at their district office at 204 North Highway 301 in Jessup. Another thing that we're all excited about here at the office, our drive-in window has been delivered. Mr. Milton Coleman, he is going to begin work on it March the 23rd to finish up on March the 24th. This will block off our drive-in window to the citizens that actually go through the drive-in window. I will need to get with one of the department heads so that we can block it off next to the street entrance there. We're going to have a sign out there. We received quotes, and of course, Mr. Coleman was the lowest bidder. He will do the work. The city will be purchasing the materials. Of course, we can't wait to get this done. Okay? The other thing is, the name plaques that you actually see up front, spoke with Mr. Boyette. He's going to get with the guards to pull the wood for the project next Friday. To begin working on them, and hopefully he will begin work on the 28th of March to get these completed. After that, I will need to get with the necessary persons to get pictures made and do that. The only reason they have not started on this at this time is they are working with the legislative branch of government, and I think we rank below them. Another thing is...
Before you go too far,
Yes,
name plaques.
these things.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Another thing the city has in the past is like...
Hey, look here.
I thought you were talking about that.
Why don't you just get a piece of cardboard and put bang on it out there? It'll be all right.
Because I got to be pretty too.
Oh, you got yours, haven't you?
No, sir.
Oh, you don't have yours in
No,
there?
sir.
Okay, you don't want a piece of cardboard,
I want to be spoiled a little bit.
okay, you just put a piece of cardboard out there for me.
The city has in the past donated funds for the Great State Cook-Off that the Hazlehurst Chamber of Commerce puts on. That will be April the 16th. I wanted to make the council members and the mayor aware that that has been budgeted out in prior years. It's budgeted right now. We are one of the main sponsors for this. So I don't know if there needs to be any voting on that, if it's already in the budget. I just wanted to make you aware of it because April the 16th is just around the corner.
I think it's all cut and dried and done, just right chicken. Am I correct, council?
That's correct.
Okay, good. All right, go ahead.
The other items that I have will be mentioned in executive session.
Okay, anybody else? Council?
I would like to thank the council and the mayor, previous, and Mr. Stone. The reason I'm saying this is because the new grant that's going in, I didn't realize that that part of the ward was as bad as it was, as far as the houses. Not just the drainage, but in getting the letters, y'all, some people is working on commodes and things just about every week with things stopping up. And our city has been having to go up and open them. So this is gonna be a great,
It definitely needs.
to the people. A young man just spent $1,800 last week. Another lady spent $2,000 with hers. And Ms. Inez, she told me to tell you her name. But anyway, she said she's got a nephew that she has to give him $25 every few days to come and rent hers out. So, but there's a lot of problems there, and it's really is a blessing to have this going forward. And I pray that we're able to get it.
That's one good thing of dealing with Hofstadter and Associates and Sarah over in Allen. Boy, what are they batting, you know? 800, 900?
They don't miss much.
They don't miss much, so most likely with my experience, we'll get that, I hope so. I'm like you, I hope so. All right, anything else?
Are we in mayor and commissioner comments?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, where do we stand on, I know that we voted, this was before, when the mayor and John were not on, but anyway, we voted to get out of that industrial authority, the Lumber City, Telfair, and us. And it was a 4-1 vote, and I was the only one that voted against it. I remember very well. But
We finally got confirmation from the state that the money does not have to be paid back, okay? We've got a bill, E&O liability, but we don't have any directors. There's no directors. Everybody's resigned or died. So it's kind of hanging in limbo right now. I talked with Troy Spires the other day. Troy is pretty active in Telfair County, he's with Macomb City. And he really wants to try to get it cranked up again. Apparently Telfair Forest Products, we're working a deal through City of Lumber City, Telfair County, with old Amoco over there. And he thinks they might have an interest in renting those buildings. We don't know. So I told him this is kind of in limbo, but that's the direction was headed, but him to go for it. If he could put something together, everybody may try to get back in. Because the problem was nobody was paying their share. That's how everybody got disenchanted. Azores will pay more than its share.
That's right. Last time I was involved in that thing, we were doing all the paying and all the mowing and everything else. And if you remember, I put together a committee to go over there, and I wanted them to come back and recommend that we give it to Telfair County. And they didn't do what I wanted them to do, and we still got it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if somebody makes a motion, I'll vote in favor of deeding it to Telfair County. It's not gonna help us one bit.
the reason I brought this up, I ran into Ilya Copeland the other day, and, you know, the Industrial Development Authority director, he had run out of buildings to lease or sell or whatever to prospective industries, so I thought that was a good problem to have. So he said that he would like to get on, he said, what do I need to do to get on that authority? So,
City appointed.
all right, so, you know, he has the contacts, he has the work, they make and rent them out.
You know, it wouldn't take one tenant and it would cover its expenses.
Absolutely.
That's all you need to do.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's $1 million investment that was free. And if it's liquidated, sold, it's not gonna bring anything.
I don't think, I'm not sure we can sell it, so, I mean, I just think, give it a chance.
Oh, yeah,
Try to
sure.
put somebody in there.
Oh,
You know, that's all I'm talking
I'm fine.
And like I say, Troy is really in behind it. You get somebody like Ely and Troy is dedicated to push it.
I make a motion, we appoint Ilya Copeland to the, well,
I
actually,
don't think it works that way, but we'll see.
what?
That authority is set up, according to Top and I've had a lot of discussion relative to that. And it's a self-governing authority.
Okay.
It's a self-governing authority, and I don't think we have that
That's
right.
fine.
That's
That's
their bailiwick, not ours. That's another reason
I'll tell Ilya to call.
to get in touch with them and get involved. Oh, if it'll help Lumber City,
I'll figure it out because there are no directors now.
Yeah.
Mr. Ott's dead, he was the
And
one that,
everybody else has resigned, so I think it's gonna fall back to a point, but I'll check that out, let y'all know. That's good if he leaves.
If he can get somebody
Oh,
in there,
yeah.
we can get our money back.
Yeah, exactly, okay.
yeah, if you make anything good out of it, fine, but I don't think Hazel or Jeff Davis Kennedy's gonna ever get a dime out of it. But anyway, I like to go to Lumber City, I do business over there. Anything else? Hearing none, I entertain a motion relative to executive session.
I'll make a motion to go into executive session.
Councilman Griggs makes a motion to go into executive session. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Ladies and gentlemen, we won't be going long. A motion back in session, all it is? All right. I entertain a motion, gentlemen.
I'll have a motion that we come back out of executive
Councilman
session.
Johnson made a motion, we return to regular session. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Bloodworth. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we are back in session. Mr. Purser, do you have a motion for us?
I make a motion that we increase the hours of Anthony Tony Berry at the golf course to another 10 hours to 40 hours per week.
Is there a second to that motion?
Second motion.
Second by Mr. Councilman Griffin. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I call for vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion's carried. I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So
I just want to say one thing. We weren't back there that whole time talking about. We had other items to take care of.
There were several more items that we had to discuss. Yeah, just want to clear that. I think we, thank you for clearing that comment. There was more items, a little, smelling a lot worse than this back there. Okay, entertain a motion.
So move,
Move what?
go home.
Okay, second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you, folks.